some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you're figuring it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Move on and hide in my bruises. And when they find me, you run with it. The energy chase will be ruthless.
All right, folks, I can't believe I'm saying this, but welcome to the final day of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey Women's World Championships Division 2 Group B from the GrandWest Ice Rink in Cape Town in South Africa. It's just a few minutes short of 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Cape Town, local time. Of course, wherever you are all around the world, really great to have you along. Looking forward to a really, really good match, of course, between Australia and New Zealand, the Ice Ferns. I'm Jeremy Harris, and in the commentary position alongside Nadine Sheffield. I just want to point out that the wonderful folk from the Ice Ferns have gifted me the most magnificently comfortable New Zealand Ice Hockey Federation peak cap. I was going to pin, but I've got that safely stowed away because I've got a thing for pins. What do you think about this cap, though?
It's awesome. It's black. It's got a fern.
Yeah.
It's got New Zealand and ice on it. No, it's lovely. Very, very cool. Lots of people chattering already on the live chat. Nice to see you all joining us. I know it's 1 o'clock somewhere on that side of the world. Australia, New Zealand side. I noticed a comment that it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Ouch.
So hello to you all.
Look at these two teams are really good. They've both been beaten by Belgium, who have been, for me, the surprise package of this tournament, but have delivered in New Zealand and Australia. These two teams have delivered really good matches, really good performances, solid in both attack and defense. Alex says he loves the hat. Thank you. I love it too. As I said,
I'm not wearing mine because I'm not going to stand and be biased or accused of it. I'm trying to be very neutral.
Yeah.
I love both of these teams right now.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really great game.
No, look, I mean, the hat is worn because it was gifted to me, and I had such a good time talking to both teams yesterday, or both representatives from both teams at the team's banquet last night, and they were talking about our commentary and the fact that I keep finding myself. Nobody has to find me. But I've got to tell you, looking forward to a great game between both the teams. I have no favorite. I think that it's going to be a really tough matchup. They've shown that they are very capable on the ice, very composed, really clinical in terms of finishing opportunities, are able to take their shots. And if you look at some of the stats, a lot of their players sit inside the big player moments. I mean, if you were just showing me earlier on, was it Shauna Godfrey who sits at the top of the overall standings, scoring leaders. Shauna's got 5 goals but 7 assists for a pretty impressive position right at the top. And I mean, one point clear of Anjali Mulari, who's got 2 goals and 9 assists. Really big impact.
There's dinosaurs, pigs and lions in the stands.
Oh.
That is the weirdest thing I have seen today.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to get weirder.
I hope the cameraman can get some of that at a stop of play because I think it's brilliant.
I hope they can see where they're going because there's steps around here. Anyway, here we go. We're underway, folks. Believe it or not, the first 30 seconds was us marveling at the wildlife around the rink. Now
it's Africa.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't realize there was big. Look at this. What I like about the two teams is that they are so good at finding each other.
Yeah, I was actually just commenting again, like we've been discussing, is their precise passing, tape to tape, good setups. They know where each other are all the time, so it's going to be a very good game, very competitive. Both these teams are like, to me, they feel like they're evenly matched. Australia maybe with a bit of an advantage, but I think they're going to come out both very hard, wanting to keep this place and get the first goals and actually win this tournament. Well, not the tournament, but win.
In comes the
game.
shot dealt with.
This is a silver medal game.
Exactly. Yep, it's a silver medal game. Sorry, I just wanted to mention Imogen Perry in the goal for Australia. And what a big surprise on the other hand, Lily Forbes. Well, I say not a big surprise, but I mean it could either have been Forbes or Hyde, who could easily have been in goals for this particular game. Anyway, here we go. What I like about precision ice hockey, let me call it that, Nadine Sheffield, is the fact, hold on a second, we're just going to have a look. Here comes a shot.
Great
dealt
save.
with there by Forbes. We were just mentioning Lily Forbes. Okay, a couple of
just
Australians have
pushed
ended up in the...
Cochrane, I think, went.
doesn't count if you throw yourself across the goal line. What I like about precision ice hockey is how difficult it is, but how beautiful it looks. It just is breathtaking
When
in terms
it comes
of
together.
at speed. You're able to pass the puck to a position where your teammate isn't, and yet they will be there in a split second
Yes.
from then. And that for me is just the beauty of ice hockey.
It is all about timing and judgment, and it's something that it takes a lot of time sometimes for some players to get used to.
Yeah.
Getting to know each player that they are also passing to, because each player has different speed and different skills. And that's something that, I mean, it takes a lot of practice. It's muscle memory. It's getting to know your line. It's getting to know your team very well, to know who's going to be there and who you're passing to in a quick second. But once it's left your stick, it's up to the other player to now make it work.
To get them to make the
So
extra yards. Exactly.
You can't do anything about it. Now your teammate has to make it work.
Oh, it's lovely to watch. It really is a
Great
great
shot, and it's a goal
Oh!
from the point.
You
Number
are kidding
5
me.
from the New Zealand team. What a beautiful cracker of a goal. That is Brooke Whitman. I think it was Brooke Whitman. Yeah, she had a beautiful shot. Wow. What a way to start the game. New Zealand coming out with number 1, 17 minutes and 23 seconds. It slid past that goalie just like in a gap.
Yeah, she thought she had it covered. In fact, the whole body language suggests that she had it covered. And really would like to see that one again, because it really, for all money, looked like it was covered. Here we go. Here comes the reverse angle. I love these new angles we've got.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Shot comes in. Bullet.
Oh,
And
she thought she had it in her glove.
you
Shame.
dick.
Oh,
That is a great camera angle. Well done to the team. Yeah.
just
Here we go.
slipped through. Right, now they've got momentum. New Zealand are going to want another one for security.
And of course, immediately it's just a little bit extra pace from the Australians. Wow, just
Again, I got goosebumps from that. Look at it. It's bad. I'm not cold. It's just good hockey. It's
is that our
awesome.
Dillian Rudder?
Yes, it is. Go Barney. Who's Barney, Dillian?
Aren't they the Barneys Australians?
What?
No. I sometimes don't understand that girl sometimes,
Hey, she takes a...
She's, yeah,
She's
takes
funny.
some,
She's on
she
another
takes some
level.
understanding. Okay, here we go. I see Holly Hyde's in the audience, so certainly we'll get a couple of comments about Lachlan, who is not on the ice at the moment. Holly, just give it a second.
I have to have a laugh. Before I got to my seating position, I was coming down from upstairs. And there was this poor gentleman standing near the bathrooms.
Oh,
And he's looking at me as I'm coming down the stairs, and he's got this nice New Zealand grey hoodie on.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, why are you staring at me? So as I get downstairs, Shane, he says, I'm sorry to ask you, this is the most strange question. And I'm like, what? And he's like,
Will you go out with me? Oh,
I've
sorry,
been trying to put my girlfriend's number on my cheek, and I can't get it right in the mirror. Please help me.
Okay.
So, he's over there with his face black and white with his grey hoodie and the Australian flag in
see
the
him.
stands. So I had to paint his girlfriend's name on the one side and an NZ on the other side. in block letters so that he could paint it.
Okay. And what is his girlfriend's name?
It's number 13 from the New Zealand side, and that is Ricky Lee McLean.
Nice.
So I thought,
That's
okay,
a lot of
well,
letters to paint on the man's face, though.
Well, it was just NZ and a number 13. So.
Oh,
you know.
right. Got you.
But he's now, you can see, face white and black over there. I'd love to get a close-up when we can. Very, very cool support there for his girlfriend. So we're back at the game. New Zealand are giving Australia a good run for their money.
You
There's
meet all sorts of strange people in the bathroom, eh?
I wasn't in the bathroom.
Oh, right.
Why
Because, I mean,
would
that
I be
would be
in
in
the
the
men's
men's bathroom. Here
bathroom?
comes the shot. Dealt with there.
He was waiting outside looking very sad and
Oh,
hopeless.
okay. Well,
Oh, shame. Australia back in the New Zealand zone, looking to put one on the board. Why are you laughing now?
my producer in my ear is going, stop this bathroom talk. She started it. Okay, here we go.
So Jay McLean on star saying, Stu, his name is. Let's get a close-up of him.
Yes, exactly.
There we
If
go,
you can find
families
him, he's
out there.
across the ice.
Maybe in a stop of play we'll have a chance.
Yeah, we'll get a see. We can find him.
Good blocking there by the New Zealand team. Australia picking it up. Let's reset.
For what it's worth, Ricky Lee is not on the ice at the moment, but she will know because he's standing right behind her that at least she has his support. Okay, it's Australia looking for a way back.
Oh.
And two Australians managed to end up on their bums in the ice. Here we go. And an opportunity still there with Australia. Long shot. And
great save. Oh, and a loose rebound.
nice little bit of skill there, but dealt with by Forbes. Lots of pressure.
There's a bit of pushing and shoving here.
A little bit of...
The goalie had it, and then she didn't have it, so she's battling to get a glove to hold the puck down. It keeps kind of sliding out from under her. So the ref can't call it until it's 100% covered. And obviously that's going to put pressure on you.
Got to say, that was a really good opportunity.
That's been great.
Because the Australian players sort of managed to flick it almost over the goalkeeper's hands. There we go. You see it's just snuck over her. And so there's all sorts of opportunity there for additional attacking. Anyway, we're back in the live action. Australia pushing hard, looking for a response.
Close there. Opportunities. They are coming and knocking. They are trying really hard to get one in there. New Zealand putting them under pressure straight away. Still, as we said, these two teams are being the most consistent on putting pressure on straight away on each player who gets a puck. Great one-on-one play here.
It's the Kiwi number 10, Ashley Richmond, comes away with it. Not able to hold on to it as it goes back to Australia. Now, an opportunity, still Australia.
16 with it, good shot there. Great save there by the number 25 keeper. That's Lily Forbes sitting in the net at the moment with her Adigo brown kit. I think that brown and white looks so cool. Something so different.
Chance to come here for...
Great save there.
For New Zealand, not able to take advantage.
Imogen Perry keeping
Shot
it out.
comes in. Still New Zealand.
I never got to say and introduce the officials tonight. So we've got Svenja Strongmenger from Germany, who's the referee on the ice tonight, and there are two linespersons are Michelle Mueller from Sweden and Joanna Pobozniak from Poland. Oh, and load shedding hits us again. And a score clock. The score clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for the brief power out, but as anticipated, it would have been brief, and many play will resume.
We're back, guys. So that was a bit of a load shedding issue. The load shedding comes on. I think it was going on or off, I can't tell you, but we have generators running the entire GrandWest. So it goes off for a few minutes, generators either kick on or off. That's for the blackout, and then the lights will come on, and then slowly they'll get brighter as per the generator and everything warming up. Right, back to the
As you
game.
can tell, Nadine's very technically inclined. That was such a good explanation. Not.
You are I'm just laughing at that pig. That pig and that dinosaur are hilarious.
What are they even doing?
They're watching the game.
And who are the other guys? That's another bear behind them.
Is it a bear or a lion? Anyway,
Anyway.
let's watch the game. Here we go. Australia with a chance. Oh, New Zealand managing to keep it down. Looking for another big shot. Down on the ice. Australia looking to pick it up and get it through. Oh, directly out of bounds onto another player from the New Zealand team. Luckily, their reflexes are superstar. And she knocked it away with her hand.
There we go.
Look, there you go. There's a lion, a pig, and a dinosaur.
Yeah.
They're having a fat jaw. Look at the pig. It's got boobies.
That's the last time I take Nadine Sheffield out with me.
That's
Goodness.
hilarious.
You are
Well
a
done for the
scream.
support. I don't know who they are, but that's brilliant.
Anyway, believe it or not, almost the entire half of
Australia
this
with a
first
chance,
period
number
gone.
2.
Dealt with. Off it goes, courtesy of Imogen Perry, who says, no, thank you. You're not going to come past me again in a hurry. It's still pressure, though, coming from New Zealand. They're looking for a way through.
Richards knocks it back down. Set it up. Try and get a chance to get through and get on there. But we've got 2 Australians onto 1 New Zealander. They've come away with it. Great hands there. Looking for the pass up to number 10. Number 3's with it. Quick shot.
Shot comes in.
Deflected off number 10's feet, shins. Number 10 down at the bottom. Looking for the setup.
Good interception there by New Zealand, but still it's the pressure coming from Australia.
Oh, they are fighting hard. They want that goal. They want that to be on the board. They're having a quick change there. The 2 forwards working hard down below. Waiting for their third to come on and get up in the slot for a quick pass, but it's going wide. The New Zealand are doing a great job of defending at the moment. Oh. Lots of people down there. 3 Australians, 2 New Zealanders,
Oh, it's peak hour traffic on that side of the ice, let me tell you
and
now.
1 puck that doesn't want to come off the boards. Yo, what a
Oh,
tussle.
here we
Okay,
go.
Here we go.
Australia sneak it away. They still have it. Still
Opportunity.
Australia shot to come.
Oh, just wide.
Goodness.
Number 10 fighting it out down there. Number 22.
Shot comes in and it's just intercepted and flicked away as well by New Zealand. Still the shot comes in.
Wow, number 10 just getting it off the corner of the
Yeah.
pads there.
That was Sarah Salmons, by the way.
Oh, your favorite.
Yep.
Well kept in there, but managed to get it out. New Zealand does.
There's a little bit of niggle in this game. A little bit of niggle there, like you've got sticks hooking and just sort of lagging behind. Anyway, quick shot comes in, dealt with by Forbes, no problem there.
The cameraman managed to get a shot of Stu yet.
As the cameraman managed to get a shot of Stu, we are going to find Stu, not to worry.
New Zealand winning that face-off. Taking it down into the Australian zone, getting blocked out there. Australia managing to get it out.
See, this is
Good
Australia,
pass there.
very composed, opportunities
Oh, they're going to have a penalty, New
in
Zealand.
bucket loads.
It's probably going to be a tripping call. Oh,
And
it's
that
a
was-
slashing. That's a slashing
That
on
was
number
a
4.
forced offence there from Anna Cross.
Yeah.
She's going to go sit down and think about the things that she's done wrong in her life. Maybe just this one thing.
2 minutes for slashing. So, Australia now have an opportunity to get on the board.
Oh.
There's 7 shots to 4 so far. Power
Australia
play
need
for the
no
next 2.
invitations. They don't need a second one at least. They might need a first one. Here we go.
So
One
that
by Australia.
first goal, by the way, was scored by Brooke Whitman, number 5, and it was actually assisted by Abby Hill, number 8. So let's see if Australia can put one in the back of the net, even things up.
It was noticeable to me after the goal how immediately Australia just upped their rate of work. They were just a little bit quicker. They were, I don't know if they were sort of just getting themselves into the game and all of a sudden the goal was
They woke
scored.
up.
But they quickly just upped their work rate. Shot to come in, big wind up as if to say, don't come too close, this is going to hurt. Still, Australia looking for a way through. Good defence playing one player short for New Zealand at the moment. Crucial interception there as well by the Ice Ferns as they come away with it. Still, it's Australia. All the questions, all the
Big
pressure,
shot.
long-range effort off the body of the New Zealand 24. Of course, that was Caitlin Heel.
Great work there by the New Zealand players on the penalty kill. Get the puck out as far as they can, get in a quick change, and start again.
Here we go.
Australia wanting to get up there.
Still
Clark
Australia.
Compton, big shot on the ice, saved by number 25 in the goals there, Lily Forbes. Moore down, keeping it down, big passing back and forth here on the point. Is it going to be a big shot? No.
Shaping for the
Good
shot, but
passing,
didn't take it.
beautiful
Great, precise
passing.
passing. Here comes the shot. Just sort of bobbled off the face of the stick. Unfortunately, no problems for the New Zealanders. Here it is a problem, and that just goes past the left-hand upright.
They use their point man so nicely, these Australians.
Looking for a way through. In comes the shot.
Oh, just went
Was
round
that
the
saved
back.
off the poles?
It looked like it got saved, but it looked like it went behind her as well, but I can't really see from this angle. Big shot, oh, but just not enough.
Not enough on
Warmer
it, eh?
Not quite a good connection. Oh, 2 minutes, and they managed to try, but they didn't. They did a great job of trying. But New Zealand,
Yeah.
awesome defense, well done.
Pressure in bucket loads from Australia, asking the question for the time being, though. It's New Zealand who seem to have an answer. How long can they hold out? Because I've got to tell you, the pressure is coming from Australia. Surely the goal will come too.
New
Not
Zealand
right
with
now,
the
as New
chance,
Zealand
though.
come away with it.
Here they go, great stick handling there, getting through, and a good shot, but wide. It was deflected from the New Zealand defenseman, which is great work. But New Zealand are back on the attack now. There we go, Heel with it up here, looking for a quick pass, but manages to get intercepted there by Clinic. Good tussles. Both these teams very strong on their stick. Very accurate, and is number 10, the favorite. Very fast.
She is so quick. For me, it's Sarah Salmons and Lindsay Clinic who are the speed merchants inside that Aussie team. Ooh, skidded across all of the players, and nothing to talk about as it goes to the boards. Still, though, it's Australia. Oh, as I say that, it's New Zealand who come away with it. A little bit of a speculative pass, but still, New Zealand hold on to it. They come away with it. Now what to do with it? Here comes the setup. Will be
Good shot on
long-range
the
effort.
ice. Those are the ones you want, because then they get the tip on it and they can just angle it into the goals off their blade.
Yep.
It's one thing they do teach you when you're on defense on the point. You must try and keep it down, because you also don't want to kill somebody in the head. So if you keep it on the ice, it's obviously got opportunity to hit off a skate or a blade. If it's a little bit higher, you can generally hit them, go over a pad if you get it at the right angle to go just through the net. But, I mean, you can get some beautiful long shots that go top shelf as well.
Oh, that's called putting your body on the line as Australia look to build.
Okay, we've got to stop a play and a penalty coming here. Tripping on the number 21.
New Zealand's 21, Hannah Shields, is going to spend a wee bit of time in the sin bin.
See the replay there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's our penalty for New Zealand. Man, player number 21. That's Hannah Shields. 2 minutes.
There we go. That was a great bit of defense, as I said, putting the body on the line. Then, of course, the puck went up the ice. That wasn't that.
I don't know where Hannah Shields got the
No, that was some further upfield. Maybe we can find that replay, but
They're having a chat with the ref still.
and here we go. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
It's
5 minutes left in this period. Have you seen how nice and full the stands are?
I'm loving it. Plus, of course, there's a dinosaur, a pig, and
A
a
lion.
bear-stroke lion. Still
But
not
it's
sure.
nice to have the support for the New Zealand and the Australian team here. I think it's Team Croatia sitting up there as well, watching the stands.
Australia looking for a way through.
Good passing around. I love their power play. They are really structured. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. Pulling the goalie left and right. Big shots from the points, waiting for that opportunity.
Looking for a way.
And here
Shot
it
to
is.
come.
Oh,
Oh.
great save. It's loose. Did it go in? Didn't it? Go. So it's a stop. Hasn't gone in.
Why was she celebrating?
She thought it went in because it wasn't actually in front of the goalie. But it was a great save here by Forbes. I'm sure we can get a replay from back end, but it's like
Let's have a look at what
it wasn't in.
There we go. It's the shot comes in. You'll see it now there. Shot comes in and stopped
Just outside.
and doesn't go. She's celebrating, but it had
behind.
bobbled loose, but hit, I think, the pole, in fact.
Yeah, it just came outside the net. Beautiful little save there.
Yeah.
Love that angle. Our team have like really upped their game here, and
Oh, it's so
actually awesome.
magnificent.
Makes such
This
a
is what you call
difference.
quality coverage. Let me tell you now, we can give it to you from almost any corner of the ice. Now, this part is always a little bit of funny moments for me because the two people are, they're still on the boards. The puck is gone ages ago.
Did you just say ball? Or did you say
Board.
on the boards?
Boards.
Okay.
You are looking for me to get more fines. I've got 7. I've owned up to all of them.
Yes, I know you have. It was actually 7.5 because the one you didn't quite get. Oh,
You can't drink half a fine. You can't drink half. Oh,
I said you could do a cider for that one.
yes. Shot to come, intercepted. Crucial because, of course, you had the Australian number 3 just lurking there, just
11
waiting.
seconds. Clinic. Good shot, waiting for that rebound, but it just doesn't go the right direction for number 17 to get into it. Great clearance there by the New Zealand player on her knees.
And look at Clinic go. She just decided, I'm going to come after you and close it down.
Full strength, both teams, 3 minutes left. New Zealand with 1, Australia 0.
And New Zealand have-
shots to 5.
They've weathered their power play moments
They
really,
have.
really well.
They've got a great defense, they do well. But Australia's also got an immense power play.
There we go. It's Australia who, even though they conceded that early goal, have been, for me, the better team on the ice in terms of just pushing hard, asking lots of questions, attacking for the most part. But having said that, a good attack requires maybe an even better defense, and that is exactly what New Zealand have provided in this first period of play. We've got 2 minutes and 23 seconds left on it. I've got to tell you, it has been lovely to watch.
Girls just want to have fun. Good song. These girls also just want to win. They don't want to have fun, they want to win too. Good shot
Shot
there.
comes in.
Rebounded,
the rebound,
and it's a
in.
goal! Wow, that is amazing. That's rebound for you. Ooh.
And I've got to say, the alarm bells were going. The moment that rebound came straight back out, you'll see it. It normally sort of rebounds to the side or maybe even behind the goals. This time it rebounds straight in front of the keeper. Opportunity for New Zealand. An absolute bread and butter for the number 6, Helen Murray, as she just cruises in. Thank you very much.
And that
2-0.
was, yeah, beautiful. It was the first shot was from Caitlin All, number 16, and then she just cleaned up in front of that net with a
Here's
beautiful
the shot from behind. There we go. That's the initial save, but then the rebound is right in front. Helpyourself.com. And there we go.
Lovely shot.
Second goal there for a New Zealand team that have spent almost the entire 20 minutes defending, and yet they've got 2 goals to show for it from just 6 shots on goal. There's a moment of frustration there for one of the Australians who just threw a stick down.
Are they going to answer? McCallum.
Great defense.
Whitman there doing a job there.
Australia just cannot believe it. Pushing hard. Attacking almost the entire first period. Nothing to show for it.
There is now a giraffe in the stands.
Yeah, well, you did say it's Africa. I mean, what do you want? Where's the giraffe?
It's walking in the hand of a player from, I think, Croatia.
These Croatians.
They've got a giraffe.
Yeah, that's what you do when you come to South Africa. And you're from Croatia.
Yes, we have pets, lions as pets, and tigers that got escaped in Joburg.
Yeah.
Tigers, really?
I'm just a little bit thrown that nobody has picked up the fact that dinosaurs are extinct, and yet there's one wandering around here. But anyway, who am I to get involved
1 minute left in the game. Let's focus on. But I'm loving the crowd. So sorry, you have to say hi. Cochrane.
There we go. Come on,
Good
Australia
pass, but
looking
not
for a
on
way
stick.
through.
Can they do it? Just under a minute left. Cochrane picks it up, looking for number 13, Apatio. I can't say her name. It's Apatio.
Still, it's New Zealand weathering yet another storm. Shots are raining in. It's 15 plays 7 in terms of the shot count.
30 seconds. New Zealand in the attacking zone.
Australia
Yeah.
come away with it.
And they're just wanting to clear it for now, but let's
They will not want to concede another one now, just in the dying seconds of this period. That would just be absolute ridiculous.
It'll be heartbreaking for them. They've got possession.
Steady build. They do only have 10 seconds left on the period. No, they'll snuff this one out. And I think they'll go, let's close it out. There we go.
Sure.
So let me tell you, Nadine Sheffield, what's going to happen now. The two teams will leave the ice, they'll go down to their change rooms, and the Australians will be very grumpy. They will not be happy with the fact that they owned... Oh, hold on a second.
It's due.
There is your Kiwi supporter for number 13, the man you helped in the bathroom.
Not in the bathroom.
Well, so you say.
Outside the bathroom.
He is here to support Ricky Lee McLean from New Zealand. And our very own Nadine Sheffield helped him.
Paint the numbers and the New Zealand shape.
Yeah.
Men are not so clued up with the whole makeup thing
No,
in the mirror.
it requires... I mean, how do you do it?
I wouldn't have been able to do it.
No, I can't do it.
It was just weird. Anyway, so you were saying about the teams going into the change
Going
room.
into, obviously, New Zealand going to go down there. They're going to be very happy with their efforts. They've defended well. They've taken advantage of the very limited opportunities that they've had from an attacking perspective. 7 shots on goal, 2 goals. Thank you for coming. Plus, I think they've had 2 or 3 power plays, but they've weathered those storms no problem. Now, going to the Australian dressing room, very grumpy because they have absolutely once again been on fire from an attacking perspective. Not too much in the way of defending to do, and maybe that has been the problem, is that they've been a little bit too focused on the attack. When the attacks have come from New Zealand, they haven't been ready for them, and bang, 2 goals. And that last goal, just heartbreak for them. They were really looking to get themselves back into it. 1-0 is one thing. 2-0 is a whole lot of work to be done.
Yeah, they're going to have to work really hard to come back now.
Yeah.
They have to get 3 goals and not let any more in. And it's hard against a team like this. They're not defending so well. So it's really going to be a tough second period. But I think Australia are really going to come out firing on all cylinders now, like they have been. They seem to not do great in the first, and then they come back firing much harder in the second and third.
There we go. Yep.
But I don't think New Zealand are going to let down at all. They are going to keep hard. They're going to now want to defend these 2 goals and try and get some more on the board, because that's the aim of the game. This is silver medal, and we've got 16 shots to 5 or 16 shots to 7 right now.
And there's 40 minutes of play still to come. So, I mean, who's to say what's going to happen in those 40 minutes of play?
Agreed. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in about 13 minutes. Cheers for now.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
We can make an impact, grab it then take it.
folks, welcome back. We're about to get the second period of play underway in this game between Australia and New Zealand, a game where New Zealand has spent almost the first 20 minutes defending for their lives, and yet the score will tell you a different story. 2-0 as New Zealand have the edge over Australia on those limited opportunities, those limited moments inside the Australian half. New Zealand have made it count. Just 7 shots on goal have given them 2 goals as they take that advantage. Australia, for their part, 16. They have just rained in attack after attack, shot after shot. 16 shots. They've had a couple of power plays go their way as well. Nothing going for them. And so as a result, a change inside the lineup for Australia as their number 1 keeper, or rather wearing the number 1 jersey, Sasha King, gets out onto the park. And of course will look to firstly shore up their defense and make sure that nothing more crosses that goal line. Got to tell you, she certainly knows her way around an ice hockey rink. That's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is the body language. Nadine Sheffield, look for it, check me on it, but expect an Australian downpour. It is going to be heat of the very highest order. They will want to get everything back inside this period of play. If not, get themselves into a leading position. That's what they will want. That's what the Australians will want. However, what the New Zealanders what the New Zealanders will allow and what the New Zealanders want as well will be completely different. As they say, kettle of fish.
Yes.
Let us see what we've got in store for the next 20 minutes.
New Zealand winning back that crucial face-off, and I mean, you saw it yesterday. It was like immediate that we've had some goals scored off the first face-offs of each period. So let's see, they're putting on attack straight away, and New Zealand are on that puck, wanting to keep it in there and get another goal. But Australia are also going to come back super hard right now. But the puck seems to be getting stuck a little bit in the water.
I just wanted to ask your opinion. They've brought in King for Perry in the Australian goals. Australia working their way up the ice.
Offside.
That's an offside call. They brought in King for Perry into the Australian goals. Do you think that there's an acknowledgement maybe that Perry had made a couple of mistakes, particularly for that first goal?
It's possible, because, you know, as soon as it did come in, I did see her head drop a little bit. It can sometimes, it does take a very big toll on some of the goalies. Generally, if they're at this level, they generally don't crack under this pressure, but sometimes it's up to the coach. They know the players, they know how they're going to play. You know, she might have also said, I'm coming off, I'm not feeling strong, I'm not feeling hundreds. She might still be wanting to be out there. We don't know what goes on in these ladies' minds, but if it's up to the coach how he's feeling. And, you know, King's coming in, she's had 11 shots in the whole tournament so far.
Yeah.
That's it. So, you know, it's a bit of a tough one. She hasn't faced as many shots as somebody like Julia Buzda, who's had 178 shots.
Goodness, poor Julia Buzda. I feel like she should join a witness protection program.
So yeah, it's tactics that, you know, only the coaches and the players will know. They know it, and how they feel and how they react to these things.
Yeah. It's interesting because it does indicate immediately that Australia have intent in this game. They are not going to be going, oh dear, we're 2-0 down. We tried really hard and shame, it's not going to go for us. They've still got a lot of plans that lie ahead. They are not going to just, as I said, sit back and relax. Here we go. It's not really a shot on goal, but King deals with it.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at the goalie stats currently, and it's as of the 24th of February.
Yep.
So Lily was already sitting with shots on goal 12 and 11 saves. So she's only letting 1 goal in previous games, and then obviously now having those 2. But again, you look at Sasha King. She's had 11 shots and she's saved them all. She hasn't had a goal against her as yet. So, I mean, it's also a chance for them to play both goalies. They both seem to be pretty fairly even in skills, you know, and, you know, it's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Coach started her, but now he's not going to let him.
And what sort of game time has Perry had versus King?
So far, Perry has played 58 minutes and 43 seconds in, and King has played 120 minutes so far. So
okay.
She's definitely their number 1 keeper, as you say. But they're definitely giving you know, the fair amount of play. I mean, it's good for both of them to get the experience that they needed. Sorry, I got that wrong. Lily's played a full 60 minutes. So she's actually played a full 60 minutes.
Versus King's 120 minutes. Yeah.
No. I was right. 58.43. I keep getting confused. My bad.
Guys, this is
Imogen
what
Perry.
happens when you get a hot chocolate at the break and then you pour in a little bit of something additional. And then, you know, that's all I want to say about that.
Okay, Imogen Perry has played 58.43 minutes before this game. And Sasha King's 120. And I was actually looking at Lily Forbes from the New Zealand team who's played 60 minutes. And she's now in the goal. So she's going to get her next few games. This is her last game. And then Marie Lachlan Hyde is the other New Zealand player who's played 118 minutes, the other goalie. So there's clarification.
There we go. It's Australia looking for a way through. New Zealand will have nothing of it. Lots of interference. I'm not going to say lots of niggle because it's just good old clean contact and defense. But for every break that Australia makes, New Zealand have got an answer.
Icing for the New Zealand players. Let's have a look at some of these chats that we've got from you guys. See if we've got something that we can have a little chat about. Lots of support for both teams here. It's quite nice to see. We've even got our former assistant coach Ian saying go Australia, so we know who he's supporting. There was the clock thing. Go Ashley. Apatio. Doing your country and little brother proud. That's from Geordie Apatio. Aparicio, sorry. And Alex Pippa saying, woo, go Ferns. And then we've got Alex Pippa also saying, I love that Ricky's partner painted his face. Ron McLennan, then go New Zealand. Ange, we love you. And then Steve Scully saying, come on Oz, we got this. Keep them comments coming, guys. We love to hear them. And sorry if we don't get to them all because we are also watching some flippin' awesome hockey here in South Africa with this tournament. For these two teams, they were the top teams in this tournament, but Belgium have now proved that they are on top.
In comes that shot, dealt with.
Silver medal game here. We're going to see who's going to take it. Right now, New Zealand are in the lead, 2-0. Malari looking for the pass.
Dangerous player.
Shot.
In comes the shot.
Looked after by King.
It's a massive tussle at the back behind the Australian goals. That was an interesting approach. And it's Australia in the heat of it, still able to find each other, and away they come. Speed down the ice. And composure from the New Zealanders, looking for an opportunity just to settle and snuff out this attack from Australia. Here comes the shot.
Well looked after there. Bit of a shout out there to my sister-in-law who is watching from the UK. Well, she's watching and working at the same time at home. Nice to hear you guys are watching and listening. So it's getting out there all over the world. So thank you, miss you guys, sending love.
Let's have a look at this effort. Great bit of body in the way, and then of course you can just see the defenders come back in. Back live now. It's still
Big
Australia.
shot.
Hands up if you're surprised, and looking for a way through.
The setup is good. They're still working, but New Zealand again with that pressure. They are so good at putting defensive pressure on any team that's in their zone.
Let me tell you, I'm seeing a body language out of the Australians that I've not seen this entire tournament, which suggests there's some kind of franticness. There's almost, I'm not saying there's a lack of composure, but they just seem a little bit rushed. And maybe that's because the defense from New Zealand is really good and forcing them. But it doesn't feel like a composed Australian attack just at the moment.
Yeah,
and it's just marginal.
settle.
Maybe it's just an observation based on the last 5 minutes, but I saw a little bit of it out of the first period of play as well. Let's see if they can settle and get themselves onto the scoreboard. Shot comes in, rebound, dealt with, rebound, and goal!
They've done it. They're on the board. Great job there by Australia. That was the hard work after, well, it's been 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
And you know, really, let's watch this because you'll see the rebound fall at the feet of an Australian. There we go. In comes the next shot, and again, across the goal. Open for days. You could have parked 4 buses through there. Small buses, but I mean, you would have parked them through there. And a really good reply. Now, that will have settled a few of the Australian concerns, the Australian nerves. It's 2-1. The gap has narrowed. And all of a sudden, there's a bit of a reward for all of that pressure. It's still Australia. Now they'll have their tails up. Now they'll be looking for a way through. And
so that was scored by Shana Godfrey, number 17, assisted by Sarah Salmons, number 10.
I mean, I don't want to tell you that I picked them.
Lindsay Clinic, number 3.
Here comes Australia.
Your babies or your favorites.
Yeah. I mean, can I pick them or can I pick them? That's all I want to say about that.
Well done to Australia, getting themselves on the board. Now the pressure's on New Zealand to come back hard and hold it. They've lost their security blanket. Now they need to get it and have a chance. They do. 24, heel, up the round.
Oh,
but
nicely.
New Zealand. Oh,
that hurt.
that was big. Ow. Number 24 with it, Rapchak. Going through, closed out by 3 of the New Zealand defense.
Shot comes in.
Big
Great
shot.
Great response there from Lily Forbes for New Zealand. Here come the New Zealanders up the ice, looking for a way through. Good stick work, but stolen away by the Australians. Now,
it's going to be a big physical game here. They are getting to that point now. 20 shots to 8 and answered. They've got one in now. Now New Zealand have to hold it. Mills with it. Looking for the help.
shot comes in.
Shot wide.
Not a problem for the Australian keeper. As that one gets picked up by the New Zealanders as they come away with it up the boards. And they back off.
Pass up to the point. Jones with a shot, but deflected. That hurt. Pullen really hurt. That got her ankle or her foot. Malari up to Jones. Jones with a big shot. Great deflection there. Up and into out of bounds. Just didn't see if it came off the goalie or if it came off of her stick. It looks like it came off the number 6's stick. I'll have to watch the replay. But great shot there by New Zealand, putting the pressure straight back off the stick. Number 6 managed to deflect that straight into the out of bounds. Goalie was like, what happened? Here we go. Australia and New Zealand facing off down in the Australian defensive zone. New Zealand winning it with a quick shot wide. Up the boards to the point. Yes, no. Drop it back. Australia are now keeping the pressure on. Breaking it out. Quick pass up to the neutral zone. All with it. Clinic with her speed just stole it away. Up to 17, up to 10. Oh, and it's deflected a bit there. New Zealand taking it around, setting it up. Australia getting some fresh legs out there. Battle on the boards. New Zealand not managing to hold on to it. Australia have an opportunity here. Australia looking to set it up, to get it up to their point for a big shot again. New Zealand managing to clear it out their defensive zone. There's just on 11 minutes left in the period.
The time has just flown by.
It has. For us.
Shot to come.
Why?
I mean, that puck almost bounced past. I could have called it a ball then. That doesn't count, by the way.
It was almost a punk.
I was using that deliberately. But just not enough heat on that shot from Australia as they push hard now for the equalizer. I said at the beginning of the period, they will be seeking 2 goals quickly. Well, they got the first one quickly enough. Gosh, that is going to leave a mark, Nadine Sheffield.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trip, but hey, it is what it is.
And there's another trip, and two people stood on top of each other.
It's hockey.
Happens in ice hockey, folks. It's a
icing
contact
call.
sport.
That's going to go all the way back down to the New Zealand defensive zone. There's lots of ice dripping off of the number 24
Let's have a look
heel.
at this one hit here, Nadine. And
It was a trip.
oh no!
It was a trip because her leg and her stick wasn't in control, and you know that's the whole game. You have to be in control of both, but unfortunately,
now-
the ref's point of view, she couldn't see that.
She couldn't see that.
It happens. You're one person on the ice. The refs have a hard job. They can't always see everything.
Oh.
It happens.
I don't know what to say to you.
So
but
there are different systems, and unfortunately, in these lower level IIHF tournaments,
Yeah.
they only have the 3-man system where you have one referee and 2 linesmen.
And then the other ones?
In the top divisions, they have 4. So you have 2 refs and 2 linesmen.
Bobbling, and
Save.
dealt with.
So Jonathan and I were talking because we love doing the 4-man system because that's 2 sets of referees' eyes, and you can barely miss anything. And you're each basically looking at the whole half of the ice.
Look at that.
Off
Waiting.
the helmet.
And saved. Thank you. And watch the Australian player come in. And where do you think you're going?
Defensive practice, protecting the goalie. So yeah, you know, it's nothing wrong with the refs. There's nothing. It's just it happens. You can't see everything. You call what you see, and I take my hat off to them because it is tough.
I took my hat off already as well because it's getting a bit warm.
I saw that. Hey?
But now, I mean, my point is that in that particular instance, it was a pretty obvious kind of collision.
Yes, it could have been,
And
but she might have had 2 bodies
next to
just
the
in
puck.
front of her.
They were playing the puck. So I mean, surely the official is watching that moment.
She should have been, yes, but she might have had 2 bodies in front of her.
Ah.
Again, it's all perspective of where she was and her positioning.
This is why I commentate with you. You keep me honest.
Yeah, and you know, our coaches, our referee coaches and supervisors, they'll talk to us and say you missed this or you didn't miss that. And it's also all depends on where you were, and you know, you have an answer to it as to why you missed it or could have missed it, or you know, you saw it but you didn't think it was anything that was intentional. So maybe you're not going to call it. It's hockey. It happens. Can't give them crap for everything.
Nadine Sheffield
They
doesn't like
always
it when I
say,
shout at the
Yes,
officials.
the officials. You know, without officials, there is no hockey, and we take a lot of abuse as officials, and it's no.
I just like to keep everybody on their toes. You know, that's my job. Okay, here we go. It's Australia. They are looking for that bounce back goal. They've got, of course, a 2-1 scoreline against them. Still very much in control.
Good shot there. It was a nice sneaky shot.
Sasha King all over that one. Thanks for coming. And you're going to have to wake up a whole lot earlier to trouble her with that kind of a shot. I would love to have a conversation with officials at some point. Just in terms of, you know, the challenges that they face and what it is, because, I mean, ultimately, you make their job easier. You give them access to more eyeballs, or you use technology such that their job gets made a bit easier. Would that be helpful? Because, I mean, you look at most sports these days, technology is involved in terms of assisting the officials. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, is that not a possibility?
It is a possibility, but at a higher level.
Oh,
There's a lot
here
of
it comes.
requirements that come with it.
And a
And it's a goal for
goal!
number 19 from Australia. She managed to put that in the back. From what I could see, we'll wait for the official result.
I've got to tell you, I had a funny
Michelle Clark
feeling as they
Crumpton.
were shaping that one. Shot comes in and just
Beautiful.
skill out of the very highest order. Number 19, Michelle Clark-Crumpton. Just as it was getting to the keeper, the New Zealand keeper got to the puck, away, a really good stick work away, gave herself the gap, and then a backhanded flick into the net.
So you were talking about the officials and using video technology, etc. So in the higher level hockey leagues, the Division 1s, Division 2s, and NHLs and things like that, they have got video goal judges. They have got video review options. The teams have review options, but there's a lot of requirement that goes into it. And with that requirement is a lot of cameras. You have to have cameras on the blue lines, on the red lines, and in the nets and above the nets. and next to the nets. So in order to have that, you have to have a lot of budget and a lot of control with the media to do that. Then they have to send video goal judges, have to have the technology downstairs in order for a referee to be able to go back.
Oh, sorry, I'm listening to you. I'm getting a bit excited.
A referee to go downstairs and do the video review, whether it was offsides or not, or it was a goal or not. There's a lot that goes into it, and that takes a lot of budget, which unfortunately our lower divisions and associations don't have the kind of budget and facilities for that in these divisions, because again, ice hockey in Africa, there's hardly any ice here. We don't get snow in South Africa unless it's on a mountain. So there's, it's not like we have a lot of people playing the sport in this country. Same with Australia and New Zealand. It's like the two hottest places. Okay, New Zealand gets a bit cold.
Yeah.
But it's not like Canada and America and Europe, which is hockey orientated. So there's a lot more money in those sports. So that's why we rely so much on our corporates, and now our government are coming in and actually supporting us so much more, which is amazing to us. So it's a big thank you to all our sponsors and the government for what we have been given now. And just talking about that, do you know that South Africa has just broken and made a record this year?
What is that?
We are hosting, for the first time in history, 3 World Championships consecutively in 1 year. And it's February, March, and April. No other country in the world has ever done it.
I know that. We've got the Under-18 World Championships coming up in just a couple of weeks' time in March, and then, of course, a month later in April. It's the Men's World Championships as well, so very excited, and in fact also very excited to be involved with that. You and I will once again be reunited. It'll be the Jeremy and Nadine tour that we will set up. We will be performing live at the GrandWest Ice Rink. That should be something to come and see all on its own, even without the ice hockey. Look, I mean, I understand what you're saying in terms of the officials and that they can only call what they can see.
Yeah.
My point is that there's a lot of, I'm going to call it obvious indiscretions which can be dealt with. That being said, as you say, you call what you see. You can't imagine what happened in front of you, even though it's pretty obvious what it was. But yeah, you can't just make that assumption.
No. So again, you have to, if you really wanted to go back and see, you would have to look at her perspective. Where was she standing? How many people were in front of her? If there were any bodies in front of her or not, to see that infraction.
Great goal, by the way. Beautiful, that was the replay.
Shot. Beautiful
just
shot.
Brilliant hands, good stick work, able to just give us off that.
And it was scored by Michelle Clark-Crumpton, number 19, and assisted by Stephanie Cochran, number 15, and Ashley Opathio, number 13. And I swear I'm getting that name wrong, and I'm sorry.
That's the anticipation that I was talking about earlier. You play the puck where the player isn't, and that's exactly what happened in that case. The pass came in from the Australian player, and Clark-Crumpton was not in position just yet, but she got there.
Exactly. It was a beautiful goal. And now New Zealand are even Stevens with Australia. 5 minutes left in the second period. I'm pretty sure that New Zealand are going to come out after the second period hammering hard, but Australia definitely came back, firing on all cylinders. They were not going to want this one to just slide by. So, the race is on, and if it finishes as a draw...
Shot to come. Messi, and...
Not quite getting in. If it finishes as a draw, they'll go into sudden death overtime, and then if that still doesn't win, then they'll have penalty shots, which could be awesome, actually. It's actually nice when that happens. It's tough, though, because you lose points. You don't quite get as many points as you do when you get a normal win, but here we go. Ooh, bit of a knock there, but played the puck.
It's still Australia.
Good stop there by the New Zealand
held
defense.
Out by New Zealand. Really good effort there. Great pass. How on earth did you find her?
Malari up to number 6. Big shot.
Shot to come. It's dealt with by King. Leaves the door open.
Just lacked the power. It looks like a kind of fumble just as she took the shot. Both teams getting some changes out there. New Zealand with a chance here. They're in there. 4 minutes left.
Talking about technology in the game, Alex makes a valid comment that it slows down the game.
It does.
And I mean, I think that's the other thing, which is a truism, is that wherever there's a video official getting involved, whatever the sport, it does pause the game for a long time. It takes the excitement, the spectacle, and the momentum away, and that is the downside. Australia come at pace, looking for a way through. It is just Mugger's Alley there, of course, as New Zealand come away with it. New Zealand looking for a way through, looking to bounce back. We were talking about the fact that at the start of this period of play, New Zealand would look to quickly snatch back those 2 goals. They've done that. That's the first part of their agenda for this period ticked off. Now they're going to want to end it on a really strong note, maybe in the ascendancy. Will New Zealand allow that? I can't imagine that they would. The question is, having sacrificed a 2-goal advantage, how do you respond? What's your body language? Doesn't look like it's changed at all from New Zealand.
They are still playing tough. They are still defending well. I think they just really need to come back strong in the next few minutes. See if they can put another one up there. They've had such an amazing game. To beat their opponents like this in the first period, and now it's even. It's a two-way game. I have no favorites here. I love both these teams. They are both very strong, and it's going well. Australia are just seeming to come out a bit fighting more on this one. Here's again an option, number 19.
Shot to come.
And it's in!
It's a goal!
She scored on her own, taking it off the side, skating it in, and just finding the gap. Beautiful goal there.
Got to tell you, the comeback is complete from Australia. Very unhappy at the end of the first period, particularly when they coughed up that second goal late in that first period. Now, in fact, you could see the bristle coming when they started the second period. Great goal. I mean, that one had no business going in the net. Covered from both angles. New Zealand players hanging all over her, but still managed to find her way through.
So now we're 3-2, 2 minutes left. And we'll see now shortly who, I think it was an unassisted goal, I'm honest. And that was number 19 from the Australians. Michelle Clark-Crumpton. Stephanie Cochrane got the assist there, according to my stats. No, that's the equalizer.
But the second goal is...
so unassisted. Here we go. Pull in.
Jordi Aparicio says that's the way.
Pull in with a shot. Saved, but went wide. Just under 2 minutes left.
Now I've got a question mark over what we're going to find now from the New Zealanders. They've started the second period looking more or less the same in terms of their body language, yet they've finally been dented in terms of their defense. We saw in the first period it was just shot after shot from Australia. But they were just not able to get past the New Zealand defense.
Oh, it looked like it went in, but she got it. She managed to save it. Wow.
I thought it snuck under.
I did. It looked like a 5-hole shot, but she managed to close it out. Great job there by Imogen Perry. Oh, sorry, not Imogen Perry. Lily Forbes. She's on the other side. Australia are on the attack. They've got 32 shots to 13 now. Three have gone in.
And...
Sure, great fast save there. Just popped up actually.
I like how our cameras were following the puck so closely. Shot to come.
Just over a minute left. I would like to honestly see New Zealand get a goal in to even it up. That's not being biased, is it? It's just
no. I think it's you want to watch the excitement, the spectacle of it. But does New Zealand believe that they can?
I'm sure they can. They always say it's going to be tough. They know that Australia is a tough opponent, but they proved in the first period they can do it. Australia with a lot of feisty backhands there, chopping to get the puck through. Big point shot possibly here. Keeping it down in the corner. New Zealand battling it out in the corner, coming away with it. Australia on with the pressure. New Zealand back up the side to number 17. Number 17 looking to pass it out. Managing to get it up to an Australian. Number 10 quickly turning it around.
Oh, miscue. As they were
pass
looking
there.
to
Big
sneak
shot.
through.
Wide.
Sarah Salmons from Australia is trying to make her way through, just not able to.
Oh. And there's going to be a penalty on that one. Body checking. So we have the Australian number 13 coming in,
Is
Georgia
this
Moore,
our first penalty of the
for the
period?
Australians.
But also for this period?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, it is. First one for the...
And it comes with 7.7 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, so it'll be a good, like, minute, 2 minutes, literally, in the next period that they're going to be short-handed. Opportunity here.
What will New Zealand make of this opportunity?
If they can win this face-off and get a big shot from the point or from the side, maybe. Australia winning it. Trying to clear it out. New Zealand still with it. Can she get a shot off quickly?
Nope.
Nope.
Hassled all the way. And New Zealand all of a sudden go into the break after the second period, having sacrificed a 2-goal advantage. They now trail 3-2 after a really good performance from the Australians. It's not to say that the first period of play wasn't a good period for the Australians. They were just not able to find the back of the net.
Yep.
Nothing went for them. This time around, it was an Australian team that just rained in more shots. It was more of the same, but able to find the net 3 times in that second period. 3-2 the advantage to Australia. New Zealand, for their part, still very limited in terms of their shots. Just 13 in total up to this point versus the 32 from Australia.
Yeah, it's been a great period. I think Australia came back firing beautifully hard. New Zealand were a bit on the back step. They weren't really expecting it, I don't know. But I think they're going to now have to come back firing 10 times harder.
But how do you feel? I mean, you've got a 2-goal advantage,
It's tough.
and it's in 20 minutes. You have not only lost that advantage, you are now in arrears.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking, but you know, they're a good, strong, level-headed team.
Yeah.
They've always been composed. I've never seen them panic, and I don't think we're going to see them panic. I think they're still going to come out here and actually put it together and actually keep good hockey going. There's not going to be too much of a hassle, and you know, I'm hoping. Okay, in all fairness, I'm hoping both these teams actually. I want it to be a draw to prove that they're both good, on my own opinion. But it's also awesome to have, a sudden death and some penalty kill if that happens, or penalty
just
shots.
from
But
a pure viewing spectacle.
yeah,
point of view.
it'll be nice. But you know, it's been a really great game already so far. So I'm not expecting anything less from either of these teams. I'm hoping to expect a little bit more from the New Zealand side now.
Yeah, I got a feeling that it was. I mean, I'm not suggesting that New Zealand were comfortable on their lead, that they were sitting on the lead. But I've got to tell you, all of the intent, all of the energy, all of the push forward was definitely from Australia. And so full value as they scored 3 goals, and those 3 goals taking them to the top of the leaderboard, 3-2 in this particular game with a full period of play to come. Let me remind you that there's still 1 minute and 53 seconds left on a power play as well for in the New Zealanders' advantage. They've got that advantage, and they've been known to take advantage of very limited opportunities. I mean, look at the fact 13 shots on goal have given them 2 goals. They will need little invitation, and they will be there to push back at the Australians come the start of the third period.
Definitely. But anyway, let's quickly give a shout out here to all our awesome sponsors for this 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey Women's World Championship, Division 2B Group, 2B here in South Africa. The City of Cape Town, Aquila, the Ice Station, Western Cape Government, DigiCape, Bloberg Meat, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Zealand, CompuTicket, Eurosteel, Carol Boys, Heart FM, SASCOC, Western Province Ice Hockey Association, Intro, South African Ice Hockey Federation, Graphic Thought Design, International Ice Hockey Federation, Sun GrandWest, Pedigree Media for the awesome videoing and beautiful camera shots. I'm loving this stuff this time. And CFW fans for keeping the kit dry and smell-free a little bit, I hope. But thank you to all our sponsors. You've made this possible. See you in about 10 minutes. Cheers for now.
yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough.
Okay, my suggestion is find a seatbelt. Strap yourself in, because it's going to be that kind of final period of play. It's a 3-2 as we get ourselves into this final period of play. Third period about to get underway in what is effectively a silver medal match between Australia and New Zealand. Let me recap if you're just joining us. It was New Zealand with the early advantage. 2 goals in that first period. I'm not going to say that the first goal was as a result of a goalkeeping error, but it did seem to slip through her gloves. That happens apparently, according to Nadine Sheffield. Mistakes happen just generally anyway, and it was a goal there. Then of course a late strike from New Zealand as they rounded out that first period. Very much the happier of the two teams. 2-0 they went to the break. Came back. I was saying as the puck dropped to the start of the second period, watch the intensity from the Australians. They were already looking frantic as we got the second period underway. They were looking edgy. They were looking full of energy, and they were able to claw back the deficit. They equalized and then they snuck ahead 3-2. Full value for it. 32 shots to 13 is what the person who keeps the score on shot counts is suggesting, and it also suggests a really dominant attacking display from Australia. Not to say that the New Zealanders are lying on the beach working on their tan. They are really pushing hard. They make it very difficult when the Australians attack, and they are difficult to defend against. They're going to look, though, for more opportunities, Nadine Sheffield, to get themselves into the attacking zone.
They definitely are, and I think New Zealand's had a good chat now. Hopefully a big rah-rah in the change room. And hopefully they're going to come out firing and just get one back. I couldn't think of a word to put it. You know, you have Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. So what do the New Zealanders do?
What would the New Zealanders say? I actually have no idea. Maybe the New Zealanders who are watching can tell us.
What's the war cry? But anyway, let's hope both teams have a great game. This is the last period, 20 minutes. Let's see who's going to win it. Here we go. Face off. Won by New Zealand, but it's still under the Australian. But New Zealand managed to get hold of it, taking control. Here we go. Big defense there by the Australian team already. It is on a penalty kill for the Australians. They've got just over a minute and a half now, and they're doing a great job of clearing the puck. Some pressure on there by the Australians, making sure New Zealand are forced to put pressure on and get some stuff, so they don't have enough time to set it up.
There from
Still serving the penalty.
Jez Brown saying, for anyone who's worked these tournaments, the IIHF intro music can be haunting. Yeah, we hear it, we know it in our sleep.
I mean, I'll wake up screaming to that music sometimes. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway.
Big shot there, but saved there by the the Australian number 6 defenseman. Snuck through to the goalie. She's managed to keep hold of it.
I'm always so nervous when I see those little sneaking little
wounded rabbits,
as you call them, because you think surely not. I mean, it's barely going to make it to the goalkeeper, and then the next thing you know, it sneaks under the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they're not.
It's happened. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. New Zealand managing to get hold of it. Let's see. Oh, it's gone out. It's popped out. So let's try that again. How do you keep such eloquent vocals? I get so tongue-tied.
Oh. Well, firstly, I drink a lot before every game. No. Goodness.
Australia, number 10, putting
true. Okay, here we go.
pressure way down below on the New Zealand team, but they've managed to take it back. Quick pass
Great
up.
pass, just not able to control the final touch, but it's still New Zealand. In comes the shot. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly.
Another one through the slot, just no one to put their stick on it. So it's gone down to the New Zealand side, and we've got Cochrane skating up fast, number 15. She's there, but she didn't get her stick on it. New Zealand managing to try and battle it out with her. They've cleared it. They're full strength now. Australia managing to keep control. Looking very composed, Australia. Wanting to get a security goal. They're only one goal ahead of New Zealand. New Zealand are wanting to make sure none goes in and hopefully get one back in. Rapchuk. Shot deflected by Malari.
Do not let Angeli Malari even give her half an inch of space.
Clark Compton with a small pass kind of shot, but she was, I think, hoping to get somebody else to stick on it. But well looked after there by Lily Forbes from the New Zealand team. It's really nice to see the crowd here on Sunday. It's nice because this is not even the host nation. It's the New Zealand and New Zealand and Australian team, and the stands are pretty full. So thank you for your support. Here we go, face off down in the New Zealand defensive zone. First warning there for, I think, Australia. Face off violation. But here we go, New Zealand managing to get stick on it. Australia stealing it away. Lots of pressure on, trying to get control and composure to set it up. Behind the net, Pullen. Good pass back through the slot, but no one there. New Zealand managing to pick it up. Oh, almost a hospital pass, but not quite getting connected. In women's hockey, if it was a hospital pass, you would be sent to the sin bin big time. New Zealand back on the attack, down in the Australian zone. Just had about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes gone. Australia back on the attack. Dumping it past, going to go for icing. So Australia not allowed to change. Okay, so we have some chats here from some of the people from online when we were asking about the chants downstairs. Jeff Fay was asking if anybody's being confirmed who's getting relegated. Croatia will be getting relegated because they lost the tournament. Belgium have 1 gold, but they're not getting promoted. There is no promotion this year due to Russia coming into the top leagues again. And Turkey is staying in. They're frozen in this league, in this division, because of the earthquake being a natural disaster. They were chanting their in their referee locker room, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. You hope they were chanting that. I don't think they would.
Interesting thing, just to observe the body language from the two teams. I was noticing in that second period it was a little bit more frantic from Australia, and it paid off for them. Maybe that's just how they operate. They just up the intensity just a wee bit. For New Zealand, I've not seen any sort of adjustment in terms of how they approach the game. They are just composed through and through. Wow, speed, goal. Thanks for coming.
That's it. That puts them in a security
Sarah
position.
Salmons got that puck probably at the
Sarah,
blue line
Brilliant.
and was gone for all money. Look at this. In fact,
Beautiful
before
pass.
the blue line, just
Skates
speed,
around.
and wow.
And she took it to the near post and not the far post. Like most people would generally go around the goalie, but she actually knew that the goalie was going to move, and she just pulled it and just popped it in there. So wow, great skills there.
Wow. I mean, I picked her maybe even on day one of the tournament as being one of the speed merchants inside that Australian team. She's not let us down one time that she's played. Just so much heat coming from her, and still Australia with the puck.
They are wanting to come out now and prove that they are.
Shot to come, long range effort. Almost playing for the rebound, not to come though. Tell you what, if New Zealand are going to want to come away with something here, they're going to have to just up the intensity a wee bit. I'm talking about their level of composure, which is all good and well, but something needs to change if we're going to see a change in the scoreline in their favor.
Yeah, they need to definitely pull some tricks out of the bag. They need to get some aggression in, not aggression in body contact or nasty stuff. What I'm saying is get up there and want it, and put in the speed and definitely get in some more shots. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing enough
word.
presence in the Australian half when it comes to attacking, and also just in terms of the face of the Australians, just making it difficult for them. They don't seem to be making it difficult for them. That performance from the first period, a thing of the past, and all good and well that they got 2 goals. It's nearer now in this third period where they're now trailed by 2 goals, where they're going to really have to decide how much they want to reverse this game, how much they want this result, how much they want that silver medal.
Yeah, and I think Australia are now showing that they really want it. They came out here top of the division, and they lost that to Belgium. Belgium really outshone everybody, and they've done a brilliant job. But now Australia are like, we want the silver. We are not going to let this go. And they've gotten it on the boards, 4-2.
Yep.
But New Zealand also trying super hard, not giving up. And let's see if they can come back with it. I really hope in many ways that they do.
There's a comment here, there's no competing with speed. I hope any juniors watching recognize the need to focus on that.
It's
Got to
very
tell you,
vital.
for me, it's the most beautiful thing to see is an ice hockey player at full tilt. It is just so lovely. And what an advert for the game, irrespective of the level that you play it at. If you are able to go full tilt, as Sarah Salmons was doing there just a short while ago, and a lot of the other speed merchants in this competition, it's just beautiful, man. It is like artistic stuff. Whatever it is, it's just good. And of course, it talks about the speed able to be combined with accuracy. That was the other thing I was saying earlier, Nadine Sheffield, the ability to go, I am going full tilt as fast as I possibly can. Now I need to lay it off to somebody else who needs to do something with it. And the pass to somebody who isn't there is always breathtaking as well, as New Zealand come away with it.
Speed and agility are the key points in the game, and you have to be able to speed up, slow down, work your way around, have good hands. It's a full package that you need to have, but
Yep.
the speed and intensity you can have makes a huge difference if you can even just have that much. It's a huge advantage over any player, because remember, your defense are going backwards, your forwards are skating at full tilt. You as a defenseman also have to be able to skate backwards at that speed and close them down, push them wide, make sure you got good stick. There's a lot of stuff going on, but the speed, if you can skate past 3 people like she just did, it's a huge advantage, because then
Massive.
it's you and the goalie. And
Shot.
here we go,
Oh.
option, but just not managing to keep it on a stick.
Slippery little thing, that puck, and it just sneaks underneath the player as opposed to underneath a stick, and gets away. You survive, do New Zealand.
That goal scored by Sarah Salmons, number 10. We forget, because Jeremy loves her so much,
Yep.
to mention that Shana Godfrey, number 17, and Christine Dutton, number 11, got the 2 assists there. So well done to all 3 ladies.
What really impressed me about that goal was where they gave her the puck,
Yeah.
and how much work she had to do, how much distance she had to cover, and the fact that there was a player in front of her around the player. That's the benefit of having the speed that she's got. And then, as you say, the interesting thing was taking the shot at the near post as opposed to going around the keeper. Comes a wobbly little wounded rabbit, as Nadine Sheffield likes to call it.
A knuckle puck, more that one. Knuckle
What else?
puck.
What
a
other
knuckle
little
puck
names
is when
have you
it
got?
flops around and it's not quite flying smoothly. So that's a bit of a knuckle puck that she had.
There we go. Roger says speed, agility, courage, and teamwork. Amen to that, brother.
Definitely.
Right now, Roger, I'm looking for just the fifth ingredient, which is intensity from New Zealand. Just not seeing it enough. I'm not seeing enough desire.
Here we go.
Comes
Big
these.
shot, but deflected high into out of bounds there
Wow.
by Lily.
That went into the change rooms. Almost.
What happened to the wildlife?
Wildlife are resting. They've gone to get something to eat. I don't know.
They're grazing.
What
in
did
the
I just
field.
do here? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Nothing. Everything's fine, guys. Nothing to see.
Here we go. Australia not managing to keep it in there, but regrouping quickly, getting it down. New Zealand, number 4, going behind the net, looking to set it up. But Australia on pressure. That's your number 10, Salmons. She is quick to get down there, put pressure on to make
Shauna
them
Godfrey,
force
here we go.
mistakes.
In comes Salmons, looking for the opportunity. Almost had it. So precise are the Australians in their attack. The build-up is clinical. The
And the
shot
shot.
coming in.
Ooh,
I mean, they had
under
no
a bump.
business getting that shot in, yet they did.
Great save there by number 25, though. Lily Forbes keeping them in.
Oh my word, I've got to tell you, we knew that this was going to be a really exciting game. We knew it was going to be high quality, and we have not been disappointed. These two teams have delivered.
They have. Great hockey here, actually.
Away come New Zealand, just making a nuisance of herself, is the Australian number 6, Chloe Walker.
New Zealand managing to come out with it. She can hold on to it. Not quite getting it through to a player. Australia picking it up in the neutral zone. Cochrane going through. New
It's
Zealand
still
keeping
Australia.
it wide. Cochrane again going through with it behind the net. Quick up. Not quite getting there.
Those two players sort of fell slow motion on top of each other.
And they're still having a bit of a battle back there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here we go. It's finally inside the Australian half, but for not nearly
Ooh,
enough time.
and there's a
my
penalty
word.
coming.
Why don't you go and spend a little bit of time, walk immediately?
Oh, she's having an argument with the ref. She's having a smile. Number 9 from New Zealand is going to go sit in the box. That's the captain, the skipper.
Jamie Jones.
See what she's going to get it for. Woman's body checking, I assume, but I haven't seen.
She's here we go. Let's have a look at it, because I mean, like, for me it was clear cut.
Oh,
But,
it's a trip.
I
Yeah,
mean, how
yeah,
is-
no, that's a trip.
how is that
It's
not
a
a
trip.
penalty?
Yeah, no, it's right.
What was she having a conversation with the official
Because
about?
she was saying she was playing the puck, but it doesn't matter if you're playing the puck. You still have to be in control and not trip the player. You can't let her.
Did you
fall
get
out.
to the
You
puck?
had your hand on her skates. Nothing
Wow,
you can
no,
do
no.
about it.
Bless you, Jamie, but not a chance, pal.
No. Good job there by the referees. Great call.
Okay, fine. It's Australia looking for a way through. Shot comes in. No problem, but it still falls kindly for Australia. They've got all of the questions. Let's see if they can find their 5th goal across the goal mouth, and in it comes.
Great
Ooh.
save. Wow.
I thought that would have gone in.
She's fast there. Number 25, Lily Forbes. She's got some quick skills there. Big block
Shots
and
come.
blind there. She's
Good body
completely
position there from the New Zealanders. They're a player down, and
They're
they're
doing
having
good.
to just face up against an onslaught from Australia that is just unrelenting. Here we go.
Godfrey with a backhand. Wide. Good save there by Lily.
Godfrey's a nuisance, eh? Goodness. Such a good player.
They're cycling it down well, keeping it a while, getting the
Shauna Godfrey getting into a really good position.
good
She's
pass.
going to.
Number 3 with a wide net. Oh, it was
where is
open.
it? Where is it? I'm not too sure. It hit me on the
Out.
nose. and it's New Zealand who sneak it away.
Great setup by the Australians. Their power plays are beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
It's just precise hockey. Their setup is good. They pull the goalie. The goalie was watching the completely other side.
And they get themselves into good positions. Off the puck, they get themselves into great positions, waiting for the offload. Here we go. Oh, left you for dead.
And it's
a
in!
beauty
Number 19
goal.
gets the goal in.
What a goal there.
Wow, that was
Another one.
brilliant.
It's a hat-trick for Michelle Clark-Crumpton. It's her hat-trick in this particular game. As Australia now nudge ahead 5-2. Of course, that during the power play. Jamie Jones is going to be muttering, because it, of course, happened while she was off.
Yeah, it's always tough. Well, let's see who gets those assists. We'll update you as soon as they come in. Australians with big smiles on their faces right now, which is understandable. 5-2, 37
Let's have a look at
shots
the
to
replay
13.
from behind. This was another really good goalkeeping effort. Oh, sorry, goal scoring effort.
Looks like it was number 15.
Top
but I'll
effort
tell
there
you now.
from the Australians. Clark Crumpton with her hat-trick in this
So-
particular encounter.
Michelle Clark-Crumpton getting it. And then we have Ashley Apithio, number 13, with the assist. And Isla Malcolm, or Isla Malcolm, number 7.
Oh,
Australia are still putting pressure on down below. Ooh, that's another one. Australia are going to go in the sin bin. That's going to be a woman's body check, or from behind. No, cross check. So she cross checked number 10. She went flying. Number 18 is going to be sitting down for 2 minutes. That's Marnie Pullen. She called it behind, or did she call it cross check? I just missed that call. It looked like it was firstly from behind, but
let's have a look at this.
it was a
and
big hit.
What a nudge. Yeah. Arnie Pullen is a little bit exuberant in
So-
her.
We've got 8 minutes, 2 minutes on a penalty kill for the Aussies. Can New Zealand come back? Can they come back? Now she got a cross-checking call.
Great setup for New Zealand, looking for the opportunity to shoot, and in it comes. Just not enjoying the body language from New Zealand. It doesn't give me a sense of high intensity, high energy. I'm just not feeling it from them.
Well, they got the shot off, but they need to get more than that. They need to pull that goalie. She's good. She needs to be pulled or screened completely in order for them to get a shot in.
Yeah,
They have to
As I
find
say,
a gap.
just not feeling confident in terms of what I'm seeing from the New Zealanders. It's obviously disappointing having sacrificed a 2-goal advantage and now trailing 5-2 with 7.5 minutes left on the clock. New Zealand taking advantage of the one-player deficit. It's 5 players for at the moment. Of course, it's number 18 for Australia, Marnie Pullen, who is sitting down contemplating her navel for the next 1 minute and 15 seconds.
New Zealand not winning that face-off. Australia managing to get it back and dumping it through. They haven't got it quite out yet. Australia with a chance here. Can they get it? Good, potentially a good defense
at
there.
that.
Wow, clearing and on the ice to the goalie. Good job there by the New Zealand. They're very strong on their stick and shots.
Still time for New Zealand. They've got the one-player advantage. Will they make it count? Great
Beautiful
pass.
21 with it now. Can she set it up? Can they get a shot?
Looking, and here comes the offload. Great interception from Australia, and just throwing
They
body
need-
and stick into that encounter.
They need to move it around the top more and down the sides and then pull the goalie. And she was trying to get it through the middle, but there's too much green.
What
Salmons with that speed.
speed!
Oh, no goal. Don't say it. It went wide. You were hoping though. Here we go. New Zealand have got to pick this up and skate through, but your Salmons is fast. She is
so quick,
speedy.
I told you. She and Lindsay Clinic, we haven't seen Clinic's speed in this particular match, but wow, Salmon is just all heat.
That's it.
And
they
there we
never
go.
managed to get a goal
Australia
on
rode
it.
that one out, no problem. In fact, they had a shot and goal as well.
Ooh, bit of a
Wow.
fumble, but managed
How
to
on
carry it.
earth?
Mills with it now. looking
Deer
up
in the
high.
headlights.
Australians are now intercepting left, wide and centre.
Just gotta, as I say, there's something just doesn't feel right inside that New Zealand squad, and maybe it's just the fact that they are sort of resigning themselves to the fact that, you know what, this one is going to slip away from us.
Yeah, it's a pity though, because they had the first great start to the game, but hopefully, I'm still hoping they'll come back at least getting a couple of goals in.
Well, if they do,
But Australia
it
are
would be
showing,
useful to score right now.
yeah. But Australia are definitely, they've taken more shots. It's 43-14 at the moment, and it's crazy. But again, they are more composed, they are more strong on their stick, their shots are more accurate, they've got some speedsters. New Zealand are a great all-round team, great defensive, and their passing is accurate. It's just now, when they play a tougher team, it's just getting the composure and getting it through the net. And that's finishing. Walker managing to keep it down below. Number 13 down below there now. New Zealand trying to get it clear. Australia picking it up.
There's lots of communication you can hear from
Good
the players. The
passing
shot
there.
comes in.
Quick passes are also, quick accurate passes are huge in the attacking. Here we go. New Zealand netting some changes.
Can't remember, Nadine Sheffield, is there a player with heat and speed on the New Zealand lineup? I mean, have we picked out one? I don't think I have.
Lily.
Shot to come.
Rebecca Lilly, number 18. I've seen her skating pretty
Is she
far.
quite quick?
But I think, I think they're all pretty much. No one stands out like, Salmons in her speed. But I can't think of anybody at this point.
Which is a pity, because there may very well be a speedster in there that I just can't recall. But I think that if there was one thing that they would have really found useful today, would have been the ability to give themselves just a bit of a head start in terms of an attack on the Australian goal. Not to be as the heat and the pressure just comes from Australia. There we go. Nice opportunity.
The heels are the heels are pretty fast, but they're not outstandingly super fast. Oh, we have a ref down in the corner there.
Oh well.
You can see number 10 from the Australian team, Salmon. She just wheels and she goes very fast. She just overtakes.
Left the puck behind. You're going to need that. And it's New Zealand who aren't able to hold on to it for long enough as Australia once again regroup, and up they come in through the traffic. And
good hands there.
Godfrey is just a freak of nature. Goodness gracious, that woman is outstanding.
Here we go. New Zealand managing to get it clear.
Still, it's Australia. They line up. It's almost like, okay, who wants a shot? I mean, it's like that at the moment.
5-2. 44 shots to 14 and 3 minutes left in this game.
Wow.
This is the silver medal game, and right now Australia have it.
Looking all the time. All the time the questions come from Australia. The pressure comes. It's unrelenting. How on earth are they keeping them out? Will we see the sixth goal? Is not so much a question as more a case of if. It's more a case of when is it going to come. Still though, New Zealand battle it out. They will not go quietly into this game. They still have 3 minutes. Oh, I beg your pardon, 2.5 minutes left on the clock.
Murray with it quickly.
This is not the plan that they had when they got up this morning.
Murray's got puck taking it through, dumps it down. Just not having support, but they need to get their changes in. They've been defending for quite some time.
A little bit of heat and intensity there from the New Zealanders.
Anjali Malari are my favourites at this point for New Zealand with the speed. Anjali Malari and I think Jamie Jones being the two top fastest players that I've picked up that I can see. But they're just not quite getting it around these Australians. The Australians are closing them down too quickly.
I like this one comment. Shot taken says it all. You miss every shot you don't take. New Zealand seem to be not going for it enough. What was it that I said the other day?
Always.
You don't shoot, you don't score. And New Zealand are just not shooting enough to...
Well, they got one there, but not let in by the number one there. But yes, it's exactly that. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that's a big thing that Wayne Gretzky said. And it's rung through everybody, in anybody who plays hockey. You have to keep shooting, because any little one can go through, and the more the rebounds come through, you pick up, and you've got to, use that too.
Yep.
One and a half minutes left. But a great fight here and a great battle from New Zealand. They've really worked hard. Their defense has been hard, and still accurate passing, good composure. There hasn't been too much panicking. I like watching these two play because these games, this has been a very composed game. Not too many, penalties. There's only been so far 6 penalties, so it's not bad. Fair play and respect. Good tussle here. Australia getting it through. New Zealand aren't putting the pressure on just like Australia does when they're in their zone, you see. That's the difference. D to D. Behind the net. Up the boards. It's going to go for icing because it didn't touch, but we have a speedster here. No icing. Good pressure there by the Aussies. New Zealand with a chance. Number 24. Can she pass it up? Take it through. Get a shot. Shut down there by the Australian player.
Massive wind-up. And anticipated by the Australian defence. And so it comes to nothing.
Australia
looking for a way through.
Clark Compton looking to set it up.
I mean, how many more goals
Great
can
job there, Malari.
Malari?
Can she put one
Malari,
in?
danger,
Big shot.
danger. Still Malari.
And that's it.
There we go. Wow.
Game done. Well done to both teams. Australia definitely coming out on top after the second period. The first period they had was dismal, and they were not happy with that. They came back firing on all 8 cylinders, maybe 12, and they've put the game into their pocket. They have now got the silver with a score of 5-2. Well done to Australia, but great defense there by the New Zealand team. They did a great job getting the bronze, I think. Well, we don't know yet. Or do we? It must be.
Surely.
Because it's Belgium and South Africa now, and Belgium's got gold. So South Africa haven't won against either of these teams. Yeah, so they've got the bronze. So that's gold to Belgium, silver to Australia, and bronze to the New Zealanders. So well done to them.
And light bronze to South Africa.
Light bronze. Hey, maybe they'll upset the whole works and beat the gold medal team just for the hell of it and bragging rights, but who knows what's going to happen in the next game.
I'm going to take tomorrow off if that happens. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap here, as it was a really strong start from the New Zealanders, 2-0 at the end of that first period, and they were all over the Australians. I've got to tell you though, it did appear as if the Australians were almost at odds with each other. They were just not able to have any kind of luck. You know, in some sports you talk about the bounce of the ball. Maybe in this instance you talk about, how the puck sort of just sets itself up for you. Didn't set itself up at all for the Australians in that first period. So many shots on goal, nothing to show for it. Came back. You could almost see them irritated with maybe even themselves. Came back in that second period. 3 goals as they just dominated that second period. And the shot count went up and went up. And of course 3-2 was what the score was at the end of that second period. Again, a strong display in that third period, rounding out the game 5-2, as they will put the silver medal into their back pocket. and head away from this tournament, I think, reasonably happy with their efforts.
I agree there. So, great job, both teams. They're going to hand out the MVPs here. Let's see who it's going to be.
Okay, well, I mean, let's see. I'm going to say Michelle Clark-Crumpton for Australia. Okay, and then for New Zealand, gosh, it's a tight call, but maybe Malari for the MVP. I mean, I like her.
Yeah, Laurie has always got a good game. Between her and Gabriella Mills doing quite a good job, and Jamie Jones as well. She was also up there today for me. Here we go.
New Zealand goes to player 22,
Player number 22, Emma Klaas.
Okay.
Great job. MVP for tonight's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, Portals and the MVP for this matchup for Australia goes to player number 17, Shauna Godfrey.
Oh, Shauna
Godfrey. I'm going to tell you, I mean,
she played
I
so well
Michelle
tonight.
Clark-Crumpton, but I mean, Shauna Godfrey has fast become one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, she did very well
What did I
tonight.
say? She's a freak of nature?
Yes.
I did say that.
She has good hands, and she was up there. It was great.
Just absolutely top effort from her. As the last couple of photographs get taken.
They're going to have the best players for each team for the tournament handed out now. They get those Tissot watches, beautiful watches, all engraved for IIHF as well for the tournament. It's amazing. Caitlin Judith Heel is getting that for her team, number
MVP,
24.
Well, not really, but I mean for the tournament, right?
For the tournament, yes. Best player for the tournament of the New Zealand team, as selected by the coaches.
Look at the New Zealanders. I mean, okay, fine. The game didn't go their way, but they're a really nice bunch. Very happy for their teammates.
Ashley Apprecio. Great job there, getting the MVP for her team. Also an all-rounder, very skilled player.
Can you say her surname?
Apprecio.
Are you making that up now?
No, that's what I got told by Ralph. Ralph is our stadium commentator.
Ralph is our pronunciation consultant.
He chats with every team, and he has a discussion with them on how to pronounce their names.
Yeah.
And he says it's Apprecio.
Right.
But I don't know, so I apologize if it's wrong. They're going to have the national anthem for the Australians. Well done to both teams, Australia and New Zealand. That was their game, silver medal game, and Australia coming away with the win. So let's just have a shout out and thank you to all our sponsors who have made this possible. That's City of Cape Town, Aquila, the Ice Station, Western Cape Government, DigiCape, Bloberg meets Department of Sports, Arts and Culture in South Africa, Zealand, CompuTicket, Eurosteel, Carol Boys, Heart FM, SASCOC, Western Province Ice Hockey Association, Intro, South African Ice Hockey Federation, Graphic Thought Design Company, the International Ice Hockey Federation, Sun GrandWest, Pedigree Media and CFW Fans. And that is for the 2023 Ice Hockey Women's World Championships Division 2B here in South Africa. Jeremy Harris, thank you so much for your time and effort here. It's been awesome with you. And we've got one more game left, and that's South Africa and Belgium here at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Definitely going to be a great game between those two. Also, very good friends and rivals over the years. We have been. So please come down and join us. And if you're watching from overseas or anywhere else in the world, send your shout outs. We'll definitely try and get to them all. But yeah, please join us shortly for that. From us, over and out. Jeremy, last words?
Last words is, of course, I'm looking forward to this 6 o'clock game. There's the gold medal is done and dusted. So we are playing for national pride when South Africa skate out against Belgium. Now, Belgium, I'm going to say, arguably the noisiest supporters in this tournament. I'm going to give them that award, maybe even ahead of our own South African supporters. A tough call, but the Belgian supporters very noisy. They get very involved. And you throw in a couple of South Africans in the mix, and I tell you what, we're going to take the roof off this place. Looking forward to seeing whoever of you are in Cape Town come down to the GrandWest Ice Rink. Those, of course, of you who are watching from the various corners of the world, looking forward to your company. And when there's almost just pride at stake, when it's that you're playing for, that's when things sometimes don't go according to script.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a massive effort from the South Africans as they take on this tournament's gold medal winners, Belgium. It is going to be a game you don't want to miss. I know that I'm going to be front and center alongside Nadine Sheffield.
Definitely will. See you guys shortly. Cheers for now.
We can make an impact, grab it, then take it. rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing.